Welcome to this solstice divine transmission. I'm Danielle Rama Hoffman of divinetransmissions.com. This is Thoth with Sanat Kumara, an expanded Intergalactic Council of Light, including the Path of the Venus Light Beings of Light, the Rose Panel Beings of Light, and the Golden Stargate, that are moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. We are delighted to be communing with you in this way. This is an extraordinary time on the Earth Star, one in which you have been building up to for quite some time. There is a lot of momentum that you are experiencing during this solstice time, that all that has led you up to this moment is a little bit like pulling back on a slingshot, that there is all of this momentum that you've created, and now is the time to let it go and to let the momentum of separation consciousness and the old paradigm be rocket fuel for being fully anchored and calibrated to the new energies. So we'd invite you to begin this exploration with us by taking a few conscious breaths and really acknowledging and celebrating all that you have brought forth and created in the old paradigm, and also during the overlap period of coming into unity consciousness, to really celebrate, appreciate, acknowledge, and put the rocket fuel of all that has come from that into the rocket of your evolution in consciousness. So as you're breathing and you're acknowledging and you're appreciating all that has come before, you are creating a platform for you to take an ascension spiral up, to begin this new year with the energies of a new place that you are coming from. And the energy that you come from and that you create from will inform your experience of what you may call not only the journey, yet also the destination. So as you're breathing and you're celebrating and you're appreciating, we would also invite you to really own that you have learned everything that there is to learn from the old paradigm, from the old earth, from the old ways of being, and to give yourself the gold star, the master's degree, the PhD, the acknowledgement that you have garnered everything that there is from the old ways of being. And to download, upload, integrate that which you have garnered, to place it into the rocket as rocket fuel for where you're headed, Now is a new time. Now is a new earth. Now is calling forth and beckoning new ways of being. In order to have that clean slate, that clear field, we are bringing in some vibrations to support the launching pad, the calibration. And by we mean us light beings in light, and you light beings incarnate. This is a co-creative process. So we are bringing forward the peace ray, and the peace ray is an illusion-free environment. And we are calling upon the love ray. The love ray includes all that there is, includes any partitions or separations or overlays or distortions that you may have in place that seemingly keep you separate from the truth, which is that you are a divine creator being. And as we're bringing in the love ray and the Hanashtiwaka peace ray, we would also bring in the solar ray. And the solar ray is the now ray. And you can also have this mudra where you are bringing the middle finger and tapping it onto the thumbs and saying now, 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 and allowing yourself to be current with who it is that you have become. So we'll bring in a little bit light language here to continue to create our clean slate or our clear field. The full integration of the rocket fuel, positioning you to really let go of that slingshot and utilize the forward momentum. And then we'll dive into the new ways, for that's really the primary purpose of this divine transmission. Hika anhashti astukushti wakatiya, the Golden Stargate, is also stepping forward, so you may visualize the Golden Stargate. Hakushti namastaka anihishtaka ashtikati wakushti wakati wakushti. Hikashti ankati wakashti wakashti. The Stargate comes forward when there is a changing of the guard. The Earth Star has changed the guard with her steward. And you are also changing the guard of the energies that you are coming from to be coming from your multidimensional experience. So you may upload that which is really outdated and expired, Hokushtiwa Kashtiwa, through this Golden Stargate for future generations to learn from, Hakashtiwa Katiwa Kushtiwa Hakatia, and summon or pull forth or call forth through the Stargate that which will contribute to your evolution in consciousness. Hishtakatiwa Hanamastiwa Kushtiwa Kashti Katianania Kushtiwa, peace ray, solar ray, love ray, Hakashtiwa, Golden Stargate, peace ray, love ray, solar ray, Golden Stargate, your breath, your appreciation, your love. Good. So now that we have this vibrational environment that we can co-create from, that is calibrated to the multidimensional energies and vibrations, we would invite you to tune into yourself. Are you choosing to move forward in new ways that you have access to from within your divine brilliant system or not? Meaning that you have a divine design, you have a universal divine design. And your universal divine design, your brilliant system, has divine capacities within that are now naturally awakening. Some of those divine capacities are really the invitation to be coming from a place of empowerment, for example. That you are coming from the space of equality, the space of eye to eye, peer to peer, divine to divine, that you are coming from a revolution in relationships that recognizes that there is no one better or worse than another, and no one knows better for you than you know for yourself. You do not need an intercessor. There isn't a hierarchy. Anywhere that you may have given your power away in previous incarnations, and this one, we're inviting you to call that back and to stand on the altar of this new earth terrace from the altar of the heart, from place of showing up from the energy of equality, empowered as a creator being. And that you are creating all of the time. And you had been creating from a mixture of the old paradigm and the new paradigm, and you still will. And that is a beautiful thing. And to be leaning into more of the creation from the new energies will be much more efficient and expansive. So we'll get to that in a moment, yet inviting you to really tune in. Are you choosing to recognize that part of the old illusion of inequality or power over power under has fully been reabsorbed back into the wholeness, back in the oneness, back in the source from which it came, and now you can choose, if it's your choice, to really live from that place of empowerment and that place of equality. Now we know that that could be a year's worth of transmissions and co-creating together, yet just to go over it lightly, because it is something that you already have been up to. Now you can call through this Stargate frequencies and vibrations from across the multiverse or the divine verse that you require to be truly moving forward in innovative ways. All those times that you didn't feel at home on the Earth Star, what if it is because the Earth Star isn't your home? Yet now that the Earth Star has evolved, you can also have access, vibrational proximity to the energies that exist across the multiverse and that are more in alignment with your home star. We're transmitting the light language because this is a more efficient way for this particular video transmission, for we are bringing forward all that is possible and placing it on the altar, and you can unpack it in the optimal time for you. Yet you are not asking for linear evolution. You're asking for quantum evolution. And so for us to not bring everything that we have forward, knowing that it isn't possible for it to overwhelm you, because you are the key that is vibrationally unlocking from the multidimensional wholeness that resides in this transmission what's yours to be and do and have, nothing more, nothing less. So you're choosing to connect with those energies and frequencies and vibrations from across the multiverse that are yours to be and do and have, nothing more, nothing less. So now let's talk about creation and multidimensional creation as a creator being. That we are advocates, proponents for you to create consciously. The act of creating a now moment, creating a day, creating a meal, creating a book, creating a family, creating beauty in the world, a flower bouquet, a business, whatever it is, the act of creating calls forth within you and places you in the seat of being a creator. It is a way to practice being a divine being, which you are. It's not that you need to practice, yet there is this getting used to it. Now, in the old paradigm, you created from fear, and you created from lack, and you created from worry, and you created from doubt, and you created from the old mechanisms of having a push-pull, one foot on the brake, one foot on the gas, some kind of internal competing commitment. that what you are here for, you're going to bring forward no matter what, and what scares you the most is to bring forward what you're here for. And then all these protective mechanisms that keep you in this double bind catch-22. So we're including that back in the wholeness, back in the oneness, back in the source from which it came. Now, to fully create in ways that are unified and in that space of what you could call the new energies, there is a choice that gets made. And the choice is to really be living from your multidimensional divine self, to be creating from and with. And so that includes, and this is what you've been noticing, this is what's been intense and chunky, that includes a reabsorption of the outdated ways of creating through struggle, through striving, through force, and an opening up to the vibrational ways that you create. So you're taking inspired action here in this dimension, and yet in the other dimensions, you're creating through energy, you're creating through consciousness, you're creating through your divine capacities, you're creating with your team of light beings. You're creating from the divine wholeness. So whatever you create has everything within it, just as a seed has everything within it to become a tomato or whatever it is. So creating from wholeness and from your signature energy fully turned on is one of the most potent and powerful places to create from. Ista kahana katabon kashiwa katiwa sto kushtiwan katiwa kushti, hanashiwa katiwa sto kushtiwa kateka shiwa katiwa. So we would sit with you for a few moments in the silence to integrate that which has already been catalyzed thus far, and then to move into empowered creation as a creator being. Good. So we would bring forth a brief process to be creating from an innovative and multidimensional perspective. So, what would you like to create, big or small? You already know this, so this step will come quickly, yet you can pause the transmission if you would like to. What are you choosing to create? What would be the old ways that you would have gone about this creation? And let's say maybe it would have been hard work, struggle, and we are not saying that you will not work hard, for inspired action is part of the joy of your incarnating experience. Yet maybe you would have created in the past from control or micromanaging or proving that you are not or that you're worthy, or trying everything and then no matter what it doesn't work. So What is it that you're choosing to create? How might you have gone about it in the old paradigm of survival? And then, now, call in those innovative tools, the magic that resides within you on a multidimensional level, and ask your system and also your team of light beings how you can create this from the new earth vibrations, from your multidimensional perspective. Now, we know we're talking and inviting you to get something, and you may get it now and you may get it later. Yet, a key to this is what comes really easy for you. What's your magic? What is your natural way of creating? And where is it that you've been trying to create based on the old collective consciousness that's slowing you down, that's weighing you down? That as you pick up the mantle of your sovereignty and you create from your inner magic as a creator being, the flow starts to happen. What are you creating? What are the old ways that you might have gone about creating that? What's your guidance as to the new ways of creating that? And now we'd invite you to run that creation through all of your dimensions. There's a lot of talk about the 5 dimensions. So you can use those 5. You're multidimensional. So maybe you hang out in the 18th dimension. It's not about more dimensions being better. Yet run that creation through all the dimensions of you. The first dimension, the second dimension, the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension. Going through, and you may skip, maybe there's the 9th and the 12th that you hang out in. And then bringing it down, the 12th dimension, the 11th dimension, the 10th dimension, the 9th dimension, the 8th dimension, the 7th dimension, the 6th dimension, the 5th dimension, the 4th dimension, the 3rd dimension, the 2nd dimension, the 1st dimension. Beautiful. So as we're bringing this transmission to a place of completion, and we would encourage you to tune into it again, because we have brought forward a lot in the words, beyond the words. This has been a chock full experience. And as we are coming towards a place of completion, we would invite you to call upon the love ray and the peace ray and the solar ray, and spend some moments in the silence in those rays, really integrating all that has transpired in this time. Reach for new tools. Create from new vibrations. You are an innovator. You are an evolutionist. You are a visionary. You are here with new ways of being. How many places and spaces in your life could benefit from these new ways of being? We are honored and blessed and delighted to be co-creating with you in this way. We invite you to call upon us directly, and we are acknowledging your contribution to the evolution in consciousness. All is light, and we are.